Welcome to episode 140 of the Fully In It podcast. Do you find yourself easily distracted and have shiny object syndrome? Or do you simply just get discouraged by the day-to-day of life and find it tricky to stay on task with making your home and business what you truly want it to be? As moms and entrepreneurs, we must continually find ways to stay true to our mission and what we are meant to do in this lifetime. But that takes knowing what yours is and every day showing up for it. So let's go ahead and dig right in. Welcome to Fully In It, a show for moms who are called to grow themselves while growing their families. Join me, Kate Saffel, a life and a business coach for moms, a homeschooling mama of 3, and a woman on a quest to show that our lives become even more meaningful when we remember why we are here and what truly matters most. This show is about going fully in it for you and the people you love by showing up powerfully in motherhood, entrepreneurship, in your home life, and for your family vision. Join me for weekly episodes that will inspire you to live intentionally and by your values, to slow down and truly be present to your family life, to make decisions that grow a profitable business without sacrificing anything in the process, and to become the kind of mom and woman you know you're meant to be in this lifetime. Hello, my friend. It has been a month since I have posted a new episode. Life has been incredibly hectic. There have been some incredible highs and really good things that have happened in my life and business that I'm celebrating. And also, there have been a lot of challenges and just really difficult things that I've been working through in my personal life that have impacted my ability to show up in this space. And I know that you understand, that you get it, because sometimes life is just like that. And we always have this opportunity to acknowledge where we are at, what it is that we truly need, and then honor that. And for me, it was taking a break from the podcast for the last month and just allowing myself to rest, to tend to the things that needed tending, and trust that you would be here when I came back and that it would be even better, because I always find that when I push myself and make myself keep going, even when I know I really need a rest, it's just not as good, right? Like, it's just the spirit isn't there because, I am running on low instead of just saying, hey, I'm going to take a break and it's okay. So let that encourage you as well. If you are like me and you tend to push yourself and try to keep go, you don't have to do that. So I was really thinking this week about mission, and mission really being what it is that you are called to do. I talk a lot about vision. If you have listened to any of my trainings, my podcast, you know I talk about your family vision and your business vision. But today I really want to shift gears just a little bit. They are very related, but I want to talk more about your mission. Now, your mission is how you are uniquely called to serve. You have very specific gifts and talents that are meant to be used. Your vision, on the other hand, is the cohesive overall picture of how your life looks and what it is that you truly want for your life when you think about what could be possible. And your mission, in a lot of ways, can serve your vision, because when you are living out in your mission, you are more likely to create that vision that you have, because there is just this beautiful synergy that happens when we're doing the work we are meant to do. It somehow seems to open doors, doesn't it? And so it is very possible that as you work on both of these, you're just going to see such momentum and such growth. But I want to acknowledge something, and that is that you have a mission for both motherhood and for business. Now, not every woman is called to this, right? Not every woman is called to be a mother. Not every woman is called to be an entrepreneur. But if you're listening to my podcast, my guess is you were called to both. And this makes you very special because you have the opportunity to hold callings in two very important areas. You wouldn't be doing what you're doing. You wouldn't be raising your kids, and you wouldn't be growing a business if you weren't called to it. And I truly believe that. But sometimes we get distracted by life. We get off track from our mission. We forget that we're even on mission, right? That there is something meaningful you're meant to do with your life because, everything keeps piling up. There's so many distractions more than ever. The phone is always calling us away from our most important work. We let other people's opinions get in our head and water down the vibrancy of our mission. We think, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing it this way. Maybe my way of doing family life is actually not the right way. And so we outsource our own deep inner knowing of how we should be as moms and business owners to other people. And so we go back to the books, we go back to social media, we go back to the podcast, and we say, I don't know, someone else maybe knows better than me. But this is not true, because you are always the expert on both. If your home life is feeling off and you aren't making the momentum you want to be making in your business, or things just, they're kind of ho-hum, it is time, my dear, to reconnect to your mission. So let's go ahead and talk through both of these. You are welcome to grab your journal. If you're in a space to do so, you can just listen to my voice and just take this in if you're not. And then you're welcome to always come back later and work through some of these questions, because I think that it would be very pivotal for you to do so. So let's talk about motherhood first. How are you called to serve as the mother of your children? This means, what are the actions, the moves, the decisions that you need to be making on a daily, a weekly, a monthly basis? And this will very much tie into your vision you have for your family and the values that you hold together. How do you shape your home in the way that only you can? I want you to think about what makes you so special as the mother of your children and the woman who is running her household, right? What is so unique about your way? And how is it that you are shaping your home that stands out for your family? What do you feel uniquely called to shift in your home right now? Maybe to bring it in better alignment with your values, right? Again, we talked about maybe things are a little bit off. Maybe you're kind of going through the motions and you recognize, I think we need to reconnect to our values. I was talking to a good friend of mine. She's been a client of mine, and we have so much in common. And so we will just talk about motherhood and business and all the things. And I was sharing with her how we have not been spending enough time outside as a family. And if you know my story, we've spent several years traveling the U.S., living in state parks, national parks, county parks, out in nature, barefoot, exploring freedom. And in this season of life, we are living in an apartment. We aren't traveling as much. We are really, putting our time and energy into our homeschooling and into growing my business and my husband's work and being in community. And we have a church that we love. We love showing up and we love serving there. And so our weeks are very, very busy right now. And I realized that we've had quite a bit of illness over the last few months as well. And so we're just horribly off of our routines of getting outside consistently. We live about 15 minutes from the ocean. And so it's not like we don't have opportunities to get outside. We just sometimes forget to take them. And maybe you can relate to that as well, right? Maybe there is a shift you need to make as well. So for me, what I've been really journaling on is, okay, what needs to shift in our days so that we can prioritize getting outside and still do the things that we need to do. But that feeds our souls for us to get out in nature and reconnect with the earth. And so for me, I am holding that for my family because that's my mission. That is my mission, to serve them in that way. I feel called to nurture my children emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. I think as moms, we all do this, right? But how you do it is going to be unique to you. So this factors into your daily practices, how you communicate as a family, and how you prioritize your time. So if anything is getting in your way of your ability to do that, I want you to ask yourself, what needs to change? Are you committed to making that change and really resisting all the temptation that there is to just let things stay the same? Because I know it can be tiring to make big changes, right? The kids are resistant, like they don't want to change. They don't want to do things differently. We don't always want to do things differently, but we know that it matters. And when something matters, we are willing to do hard and uncomfortable things to come into greater alignment with who we are meant to be as a family. So I just want you to keep that in mind. Let that encourage you. And remember too that when you get sick, there's challenges, anything like that, it will throw off your rhythms. But that's why knowing your mission, writing it down is so important so that you can reconnect to it and get yourself back on track bit by bit. Now, the same things can be said for your business, right? So I want you to just, maybe you even hold a visual of your business right now, like where you're at and the people you serve and how you serve them. And I want you to get clear. How are you called to serve your people as the leader of your business? What do they need that you can uniquely provide? I know sometimes we get in our head, we're like, I'm just another fill in the blank, right? For me, I'm not just another business coach, and I will not ever say that to myself, because I truly believe that there are unique things about the way that I do business, especially as a mother in business. And I hold that so highly, right? But it takes doing the work for you to really acknowledge, how do you stand out? Because you're not just another fill in the blank. And if your brain is telling you that, it is a lie. But you've got to get clear on what it is for you. What do your people need that only you can uniquely provide, right? So what ways are you also getting distracted from providing this for them, for showing up daily, connecting with your people? Is it comparison? Like I mentioned just a moment ago, like looking at what other people are doing and thinking you're not good enough? Is it self-doubt? I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to grow a business. I don't know that people want what I have. Or is it mismanagement of your time? I don't have enough time. Or maybe you lose blocks of time. You get caught up in scrolling your phone, or just letting the little things of life call you away. Like I know for me personally, this always happens. I am trying to get deep work done in my business, and my phone will ring. The emails pop up. I remember like, oh shoot, I need to throw in that load of laundry, or I need to pull this out of the oven, or I need to mail this thing or pay this bill. Like the brain loves to remind us of other things to do when we're in the middle of doing the most important thing. And this is why it can be very helpful to just keep a notepad next to you while you're working and write it down and tell your brain, I will do it when this work block is over. Whatever it is for you, make your plan, right? Decide how you're going to change things, because you have important things to do in the world, right? And we can't keep losing it to distraction and busyness. Your mission is meaningful. It's needed. So don't let your gifts and talents get wasted in meaningless ways. Put them to good use. Wake up each morning and ask yourself, how will I live out my mission today? Let that excite you and call you forward. There will never be another you in the world, ever, right? This is it. And it's not pressure. It's just remembering, like, you were put here for a reason. Let it call you forward. Ask the people you love for support in living out your mission. You don't have to do this alone. And we are stronger together, especially as female entrepreneurs, mothers who are doing the meaningful work of growing our homes, growing our businesses side by side. We need to stick together. And this is why I launched my free community, the Present and Profitable Mompreneurs Club. Have you joined yet? Because this is a space for you to nurture your calling as mom and entrepreneur, to be more present to your family life while you make more money that gets you closer to your family vision. I would love to have you in it. And you can sign up using the link that is found in your podcast app. If you just look at the show notes where you're listening to this episode right now, click that link, you'll be able to sign up. Or you can just send me a DM on Instagram at Happier in Motherhood, and I will get you the sign up link and get you logged in there right away, because we are having amazing conversations. We are supporting one another in this important work we are doing both as moms and business owners. Okay, thank you so much for being here as usual. I'm so grateful for you. I will see you next week.